Hello and greetings, everyone. I trust you're all doing well and that you're, well, having a very good Friday, possibly Saturday. Who's to say? Certainly not I. But I am Silver-Quill. I can at least say I'm an authority on that, being me. And I welcome you all to yet another stream. Thank you for coming and joining me. Now, let's see here. I've got to get myself sorted with this here situation. So we put the chat over here and the thing over here. Yes. So I've got some folks to say hello to, like Brian Luna, Pokemon Fire Eevee, Little Heart Raccoon. We're glad you could join us. Country Shape Media, Cosmina Inspira, Nathan Duazo. And see here, you folks were having a good chat before we even started. But now here I are with Jude 3300 and M488 Thunderbird, Gaiety. Let's see here. I know I saw Cherry Fluff Billy Official. Welcome back. Dandelion. Funny, that kind of reminds me of a Yu-Gi-Oh card of all things. Bubba Brick and Adam Leisman. Hello. Khalid Hussein. Mia Leclue. Ven Pai. Infinite Warlock. Tenshiki01. Rachel Foster. Inky Links. And let's see here. Enderpup. And hello, Voice of Reason. And Lightning Bliss. Oh, Blissy. I know you just tweeted at me, but I haven't seen it yet. So, let's see here. Luna Lover. And, of course, MLP Trinary. Good to have you there. So, oh, and over on the Twitch, I see Cherry Fluff Belly Official. Marvelous. And let's see, over on Twitter, I just want to see this because, gosh knows, I can never resist a good GIF war. Okay, so, for those who don't know, Bliss is saying that what I say and how I act are totally inappropriate. So let's see what kind of a gift. That's me. Oh, yes, Donald. Yes, Donald, be my messenger. Marvelous. Oh, and I see a few other folks, like AJ Pearson of Toon Paradise, Evangelion 007. And Chris, hello, Chrissy. It's good to see you. Well, Brian Luna, it's not news that I'm totally inappropriate. It's just fun. We all like to have fun, don't we? I certainly hope so, because that's what I'm trying to do. So, let's talk about what's been going on. I've had an active week, but mostly it's been sort of, how to best put it, taking care of my home, taking care of personal life stuff so that I can be better equipped mentally and physically to tackle things on the interwebs, including new videos. But you should know I've not been lax. In addition to recording my next narration, this is the title card I've been working on, a tribute to Jason David Frank, also known as Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers. And I think I got every mask or helmet he's worn as part of the Ranger crew. It's hard to keep up because he was a Ranger for all seasons and is sorely missed. So, but right now, last week I did Kyorutra puns. I realized that's not for everybody. So, this week we're going back to poniness, but in case we didn't realize, there's a lot of new ponies out there. I won't call them the new main six because they deserve to be themselves. And so I've gone with the name Unity Fellowship, which Pipp here coined as a phrase, and I think it's a very good one. A very good phrase for this new troop, however many ponies they choose. But, as you may notice, I've only done the bare minimum with Pipp. I thought I was further along, but no, in the true American way, I did the bare minimum. Truly American way. Which means I need to, well, complete this set so that I can have a greater flexibility of hosting these characters and posing them in good time and good order. Why not the Fellowship of Unity? Because, well, if I remember right, I may have to check MLP Wiki on this, but I believe she called them the Unity Fellowship, based after the crystals. Let's see here. What was it? mlp.wiki.com. .com. There we go. Let's check this, for I certainly want to be accurate. Generation 5, we're at Bridal Woodstock, baby. Specials. Bridal Woodstock transcript. You know, this is the only fandom I'm aware of that offers transcripts. It's very helpful. Oh, you're right. It's the Friendship. Oh, here it is. Friendship Fellowship of the Unity Crystals. All right, so let's save this. Here we go. G5. Friendship Fellowship. I'll leave out the Unity Crystals. But I like that more than just the new main 6. It's identifiable. Oh dear. Trinary, if you're just doing a Google search for Unity, you're going to get a lot of religious institutions. Now, folks, I'll say it right now. There's a reason there's a saying, I like your Christ, but not your Christians. I believe you are not anti-faith if you have a problem with institutional religion. If anything, that shows a somewhat healthy view, because sometimes the institution doesn't live up to the ideals. But that's all I've got to say on that there score. Now, yes, I forgot to play my live stream, because otherwise, I'm still stuck on the title page. Uh-oh, Nathan DeWazo, are you headed to New York? You're going to become a New Yorker? My father is from the Bronx, so I don't know. I can't really say I've inherited too much of the Bronx. When I told my dad in high school I was part of a fencing club, he thought I was selling stuff out of the back of a truck. Ah, yes, and let's get some pretzels going. Oh, look, this can't be right. Look at this array. Chess, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, and Apex Legends. These are game stations. I don't know if they play the music from the games, but that can't be copyright free, can it? Let's see here. I'm going to go with ambient right now. And as always, let me know if anything's too quiet or too loud. Jeezy Pete's, it's so quiet right now, even I can't hear it. No wonder. Okay, this is at 20% strength. 20%. Suspect everything, Lightning Bliss. You are correct. One never knows in this world of internet webs and idiot guys who run Twitter. Seriously, saying, I'm going to charge everyone to use Twitter now. Genius move. I can see why you make the big bucks. It's not like that hasn't caused the largest migration of people to Blue Sky ever. That is actually true. There was a news story. Like, what was it? 45,000 people took up Blue Sky accounts the same day that they announced Twitter would be paid. And then folks are letting me know, no, that's not the correct, that's fake news. Only to find out, nope, their contradiction was the lie. I can't keep it all straight. You know, everybody, sooner or later, you're just going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go with, this is a bad idea, and stay on Blue Sky. But not yet. Not yet. Like a fellow at a football game, I'll be two-fisting social media sites right up until I'm told I'm cut off. Okay, this might be a little too ambient. I can't help but feel like it's trying to lull me into blissful serenity, which is not how I roll. Stress is my caffeine in the morning, thank you very much. TF2 and Disney Lover. Which Disney girl do I have a crush on that's not already taken? I don't think that's physically possible. I mean, aren't they all taken by now? Surely there's a fanboy for every single princess or non-princess. I mean, like, not taken. Who would not be taken? A long weed from the Black Cauldron? No, thank you. I've read some of the books from that, and not really my scene. Although I remember the author of the Black Cauldron, he saw the movie and said it was very nice, but it was not what he had worked on. So even the author was not okay with that. Not okay. Okay, Pretzel, I'm sorry, but we need a little bit more lively. Ooh, how about chill guitars? There we go. Country Shape Media, I'm afraid I never did finish or make a full rock poem. I'm not terribly musically inclined. Let's see here. Brian Luna, if you're more a fan of Megan, more power to you. You know, it's odd. I will share from the recent NDK convention, I will share a curious tale. We were talking about getting older in anime, and, well, part of it is the characters you may have had crushes on when you were a high schooler are now well outside your age range. You know, it's just part of getting older. And someone was laying out a sort of rule set that it was okay if you were a teen when they were younger, but not now, because if you crush on a character, that makes you creepy. But I thought, well, hang on. What about the artists who are, you know, drawing stuff for a younger fans in the spirit of fan service? Are you going to tell them they can't draw anything because they're too old? I think the key defining trait really is, can you separate fiction from reality in your head? If you can't, then there's much more serious problems. Oh, I hear a bring, bring, bring. And thank you, Trinary. I appreciate that very much. But speaking of media and morality, in fact, pardon me one sec as I checked Pipp's, do we get a shot of her hooves? Oh, I am mistaken. Them fetlocks go all the way down. So, let us make it so. Make it so, number one. Let's see. Talking about morality and media and vending, I've been wrestling with an idea for a while. Let's say, I think it was a year ago, maybe 2 years, I got a bunch of sound buttons, whole order, bulk order. And the idea was I would bring a mic to the conventions and custom record messages for people, but it really hasn't taken off. And don't worry, my ego is not wrapped up in that. But I am still preoccupied with so many pushed buttons that I can program that I need to move. So I thought, well, what if I had lines of the main cast sending messages to people? But aside from Tara Strong, who is on Encore, and I can pay $150 to get her to say a few lines as Twilight Sparkle, I don't think I can do that with the rest of the crew. So I'm in a bit of a pickle. I could use AI voice simulators to convey the idea, but there's quite the ethical issue of, is it right to use AI voice simulators in this instance? So I turn to you fine folk. I'd like to get your thoughts, and we'll start a poll in short order once the stream is caught up with my flow of consciousness. But back to the shipping of me with a fictional Disney character. I mean, there were so many. I'm surprised nobody is saying because my character's a bird, I should be talking about the Mighty Ducks cartoon. But no. Blah, 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 blah. Who's a lesser-known Disney heroine? I'm not sure. So I'd have to go exploring the back details for that one. Let's see here. Champ to stay, you're wondering what my favorite part of Gen 5 so far. Misty. I think Misty is a delightful character. I'm so happy that she's getting to integrate with Pony Society while still maintaining her individuality. I think they've done a fabulous job writing her first as a abused member of Opaline's, what would I even call her, of her Kingdom of Two. And now she's trying to find herself and her limits in Pony Society. And hey, it's fine if she doesn't. Least favorite element, Rachel Foster. That would have to be Sparky, even though I'm pleased to say he's doing a little bit better in this more recent Chapter 5. When he started off, Sparky was more, well, the whole mind the baby trope of folks are beside themselves trying to get a kid to behave or stay on track when they're a little terror. Add magic and you have a lesser Flurry Heart. But my problem with Sparky was that he didn't seem to show a lot of care for those around him, which was sabotaging him as a character. But then they had Pipp having that sick day where Sparky would come by and join in the efforts to entertain and cheer her up. That was a positive, but in this most recent chapter, he's done more about hugging individuals, not objects. He's more aware of his surroundings and trying to alert the team, and he seems to show a great more care and contrition if he does something, such as even saying I'm sorry when he inadvertently changes things. And I think that's wonderful. I'm very glad that Sparky is doing that now. All I'm saying of Sparky, though, is watch out for that witch lady from WandaVision. And I killed Sparky! Let's see, let's darken this up. Edit colors. Let's see here. I believe it was the recolor artwork, and you just change this scaling. So everything's a little bit darker. And then, okay. Goodness, I appreciate these new fetlocks that everyone's wielding, but boy, they're not easy to decorate. Let's see here. So Rodan, so much more controlled screwball. Now, let's see here. Rachel is also wondering about designs. Design-wise, okay, I'm driven a little bit batty by Jazz's missing ears. I understand that it was apparently a essentially corporate higher-up decision. They're like, I like her better without any identifiable ears. But every time I see her on screen, I'm just wondering, how are you hearing anything? And yet, the funny thing is that in Tell Your Tale, she has a pair of lobes. So what am I supposed to do there, huh? But more to the point, I just, I don't really go for the earless look. Although I will say I enjoyed just a little bit of the rivalry she and Jazz had with, Jazz Hobes. No, she's Jazz. What's the other guy? Rocky or something? Ah, man. I'd have to look that up. I'm still not up to date with everyone's names. I enjoyed their little rivalry at Nightmare Night, which is still somehow a thing. Okay, so TF2 and Disney lover Raya, Isabella, Madrigal, and her two sisters. Sorry, none of them really strike my fancy as a shipping, so... Besides, I'm sure someone has already claimed them too. Dude, if there's one thing I've learned, if there's a shippable character, someone is shipping it. There's very little that's not shippable. But let's see here. Khalid, I already read your message. You don't have to keep deleting them. I mean, don't be nervous to ask a question or say what you think. As long as you're respectful, you don't think you have anything to fear. But you were talking about Across the Spider-Verse, which I can tell is like your fave movie of the year, and with good reason. Marvel has trained us all to wait until the end credits. I saw A Hunting in Venice just on Wednesday. Excellent movie. I'm not a big mystery guy. I couldn't tell you who done it. I can make guesses, but there's always that twist that I don't realize or that I didn't put together. So Hercule Poirot from like Murder on the Orient Express or Murder on the Nile, he did a fantastic job. I stayed for the end credits on that as well, even though I wasn't expecting any. But also because there was a rather breathtaking, I believe, drone shot of Venice. Beautiful city. I've had the pleasure of visiting it once. Beautiful city, but also really, really murder on humidity. My family took like 3 showers each day to get the sweat off. This was in a very warm summer, which was perhaps our own fault, but what can I say? Good golly, this is hard to... Here we go. You. Okay. 13% black. You're not RGB, you are grayscale. 13%. Ah. Treachery. The values, they lie to me. Let's try this one. We'll just slide it on up. Nope. There we go. Nope, still treachery. Ah, okay. There's got to be a smarter way to do this. Smarter, not harder. Let's look this over. Fetlocks are supposed to blend with the hoof, but I can't seem to make that happen. I should just be able to do this, but no. I guess that'll do for now. Wow, even the music sounds a little melancholy about this. Let's see here. Bubba Brick, what do I think of Elderflower? Okay. Oh, yes, this is the elderly unicorn. I don't want to say too much in case folks haven't seen it. I will say that in the episode that she premieres and is sort of the driving force, she hints at two rather amazing things. First is that Moondancer may have found love and raised a family. Given Moondancer's difficulty in amending fences, I'm thrilled for her that that could be a possibility. But she also, with Elderflower saying her great something grandmother, has she just given us a unit of measurement by which we can determine the length between G5 and G4? Has she in fact cracked the code? I always forget to bring the sound back up on my special effects. So frustrating. So, I don't know. I like her just fine. She's not like... Even though she has lots of stories, they're not presenting her as some sort of kooky senile or anything like that. It's just that she knows some stuff and is very much all about preserving the past, including a lot of G4 references, which I am all for. Pun intended. Ooh, look at... Ooh, how nasty is this looking? You lot, be less blurry. I'm gonna say... Whoop. What am I looking at here? My lordy lord. Gosh, all the things you do to make this look the way you want it, and even then, it still tasks you. It tasks me, I tell you, my friends. It tasks me. Okay, I am getting just a little bored with melancholy. Forget chill, forget... No, everything's all chill. Let's go classic rock. There we go. Get some vitality going here, please. Nope, these were not the blurs. Here, I need you out here, appearance. Okay, let's take down this Gaussian blur to maybe 0.1. Actually, you know what? Let's just get rid of the Gaussian blur. Good lord. Ah, they're metal highlights, that's why. Well, too bad, metal highlights. At this distance, you got nothing. Nothing, I say. We'll just make you a little bit more goldy. Ah! What treachery is this? There we go. Okay, doke, artichoke. Now, the next challenge, because Pipp doesn't fold her wings like a normal Pegasus. They're all like... they cover a greater range and are much more feathery downy. So first thing I'm going to do is move these screenshots closer because I'm getting tired of scaling up and down. All right. Is everybody hearing me okay? Whoops, don't need that anymore. Welcome, Shocker27. Okay, Enderpup, I'm going to need to see this. The actual voice actors of TF2... But wait, the soldier voice actor is sadly no longer with us. Did they get this done before his passing? Well, either which way, I mean, The Heavy is Dead is one of the most bizarre but funny things on the web right now. Not since I'm at Soup, I think, has anyone had the chutzpah to be that absurd. There we go. Now for this one, I'm just going to add little markers of her wings. They'll look really dark and out of place at the moment, but just you watch. We'll make them half-size strokes with a smooth tapering. Group it, and we'll just say darken, opacity 50%. Much too opaque. Let's say 15%. There we go. Maybe not pitch black. It's too strong, I tells ya. There we go. Less intrusive. Up over on Twitch. Welcome, Streakerioso. No worries on when you show up. It's a good time whenever you arrive. And Little Heart, you are going to see Smokey Robinson this weekend. And let's see, on Pretzel.rocks, this is the classic rock station. We're currently listening to Goodies, which just ended, of course, because all goody things have to end. Ah, this is as close as we can get to Back in Black without getting sued. I've learned just a little something about, how to put it, copyright law when it comes to music. You have to actually have two licenses to play certain music. There's the original presentation, like a band's recording on a CD, but then there's also the musical composition of it. That's why a lot of musicians fight very heavily when their music is used at political rallies, especially if they don't agree with the parties involved. They say, no, don't use my music. I don't approve of this at all. And more than a few rallies have gotten in trouble for that reason. Da 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 da. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Let's see here, just checking things out. I'm with Bliss. The wing designs are quite distinctive in G5, and I like that. I mean, sure, they're a bit more of a hassle to draw, but you know what? What's life without a challenge? I will rise to the challenge. The challenge. And I will copy this stroke size. Yes. Now, let's see here. You're a bit harder to blend, but we'll work with it. Ah, geez, this is already pretty white. And no, that's not a joke at her nationality. But let's just see what we can do. Yeah. Let's see here. Shocker27 wonders, what do you guys think of Ne'er-do-well as a Spider-Man in Manhattan? Well, let's see here. Ne'er-do-well is essentially a send-up to both Batman and Darkwing Duck. So, I mean, can definitely work in a city as big as New York. But not as good as Spider-Man in my eyes because, and this is important, Spider-Man's all about responsibility. And, well, Ne'er-do-well was about tone down your ego, humility. All right, I need to darken up this wing edge a little. Okay, let's see. Whoop. We're just going to move all this stuff up here for a minute. Let's see if I can duplicate the success with these guys. Don't want to go too heavy on details, but these are certainly more stand out than your average wings. In fact, dare I say that Pipp and Zip are the most distinct Pegasi we've had in the entire show, specifically because of their wings. Now I just need to bring these guys up here. And tighten it up. Mayhap? There we go. Let's see here. Even G4 couldn't fly without magic, 'tis true. So flight through magic, always a thing. Let's see here. So Rodan is saying, still have no idea why Pegasi being able to fly is magic-based. Well, oh dear. Brace yourselves, I'm going to try and bring a little bit of anime know-how into this. There is a series, I think it's short-lived and probably done by now, but it's basically God's Designer Squad. It is, here we are once again talking about belief and all that. God's Designer Squad are basically responsible for making all of the Earth's creatures in service to the Almighty. One of these designers made the horse and has been coasting on that success for years. But when he tried to come up with a Pegasus, they established that in order to maintain flight, this thing would have to have hollow bones, be severely malnourished, and excrete just about every 5 seconds. It was a horrific image, but it is also the biologically accurate Pegasus. In fact, pardon me one sec, I'm just going to say biologically accurate Pegasus. I was hoping I'd see it. Let me just do a quick search as well. Biologically accurate Pegasus. Nope, not seeing it. I was really hoping there was just like a really quick view. Trust me, it's thoroughly disgusting. God's design team, give it a look. But yes, magic, it takes many forms. So there's Pegasi magic, which also includes being able to walk on clouds, i.e. condensed water vapor. And what else? Being able to, well, interact with the weather. I'm still curious how weather is being handled in this brave new world of ponydom. Ah, what did I do? Every now and again I can scare myself. Don't need Pipp on Nightmare Night to do that. Speaking of, I'm thoroughly looking forward to a block party near where I live this year. They do the best Halloween party I've ever seen. Huge displays, hologram projections in windows, haunted houses, all manner of trick-or-treaters. It's a treat. Now, let's see here. Pop, pop. All that remains is that there cutie mark, which is on the opposite side. So I guess, really, I should just do a couple of things. I should just take this and flip it. I find it very odd that now the cutie marks are on one side. That's one G5 design thing. I mean, I know it's in spirit with the toys. Probably easier than trying to slap it on both sides, but I miss it. I miss the symmetry. Symmetry. Now, couple things. We're going to have to redesign Pipp's hair here a little. Because, unlike G4, where, you know, Twilight's, the stripes on her head, or in her mane, would change depending on what was needed, there's a very distinct style to how these ponies put their hair. And here we are with, bald Pipp. No, I'm not going to say that. That sounds rather lecherous. I will say, though, this kind of looks like the Centauri wives in Babylon 5. For some reason, the women in Centauri are all bald. Ah, yes, everyone's favorite joke. Bald, my eyes! Meanwhile, all the bald people are out there going, hey, that's mean. I mean, when are we going to get that hair burns my eyes thing? Rockin'. And bum 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 bum. And we'll just take a little copy of Zippy Zip's hair. Or, sorry, Pipp's hair. That's curious. This is 50%? Shouldn't be. Oh, excuse me. Now this should be color dodge, yes. You should not be color dodge. You are color normal. And yes. And now we add the flare. I do like the, well, shinier manes. It's kind of fun to portray. Until now, I've been trying to focus on accuracy to G4, but I don't know. If I feel like it, I might add a certain flair to their mains as well. It's part of the fun. Now, let's see here. You all should be the color dodge. See, just like that. Just paste you in here. Boop. There we go. I like that. Ah, but there's one thing I've neglected. A lighter stripe going down at the front. So all we gotta do is divide this. Boop. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. And you shall be... There we go. You shall be a these. Much better. Actually, you know what? I just realized this is better on the profile view. I mean, that's what it literally is. So we'll just keep this over here for the moment. But, do I have a picture of Pipp? Yeah. I've got a picture of Pipp looking this way and that. Actually, I think I can work with what's already here. Yeah. Do I have a favorite card game? Shemptestay asks. Well, I used to play the Yu-Gi-Oh, but after a while, it lost its zeal, and now I watch some videos of folks playing it online, and I don't even recognize it. The sheer endless combos. Yu-Gi-Oh's main draw outside of the cartoon or anime was that it didn't require you to pay in magic points. So you could theoretically have infinite combos, but it's only in more recent years that I think it's become really exploitable. And I'm not a fan. I mean, if you can lose without even having a chance to have a turn, that's not a good game. I mean, I'm sorry if other people feel differently and want to keep that trend going, but I wouldn't have fun. And above all, if you don't have fun playing a game, what's the point? There we go. Lego Maestro 14. Do I think that an Alicorn OC is a good idea if it represents someone's personality better than other ponies? Well, here's the thing, Lego Master. I would argue that personality is not necessarily reflective based on a pony's style. Fluttershy is a Pegasus, but is not a fan of the low of the ground. If anything, her physical design contrasts her desires. I think that an Alicorn OC can be somewhat paradoxical if you have maybe a character who looks like an Alicorn but is anything but noble. That raises a lot of questions. I.e., well, Opaline. Now, I'm not trying to dissuade anyone from having an Alicorn SE. One of the big things is it all comes down to character. On the one hand, you shouldn't automatically hate a character if you don't, because they're an Alicorn until you've had a chance to see what kind of character they are. At the same time, though, don't assume that making your character an Alicorn automatically shows inherent nobility. If anything, I'd encourage first exploring what your character would be like as, say, a Pegasus or a Unicorn or an Earth Pony. As far as I know, Sunny here, well, not here, but Sunny is the only Earth Pony to ever get the Alicorn treatment, even if it is temporary. Cadence was a Pegasus who became an Alicorn. Twilight was a Unicorn who became an Alicorn. And Celestia, Luna, and Flurry, and Opaline were all Alicorns from the get-go. So there you are on the get-go. Now what on earth? There we are. I need to get that patch of darkness under her mane. Ah, no. Now she is gold-plated. Nope, now. Here you go. You. 1, 2. There you are, out of the way now. And 1, 2, back at it. There we go. See? Progress. Now let's see here. A little bit of that. Where you at? A little bit of this. Right now. We're going to flip it. And delete it. Boom. And we'll take this, and we'll put this over here. Boom. Now let's see here. I'm gonna bring this curl a little bit more forward because it doesn't look like it's as out of the way in other shots. Still, just keep true to most of it. See, boom, and over here. Let's see, Pokemon Fire Eevee wonders, how did Celestia and Luna not understand a newborn Alicorn? Even if it never happened before, genes are a thing. Well, remember, they said that this had only been the first natural Alicorn birth since Equestria's founding, i.e., there had been Alicorn births beforehand, but given their longevity, I'm sure it's pretty few and far between. I mean, otherwise you would have quite the population problem. So, Flurry Heart wasn't the first Alicorn birth, but she was the first in a long, long while. And to be honest, I wasn't a big fan that she was an Alicorn at the get-go. Those are supposed to signify you are meant to be doing something special. But if you're born into it, how do you maintain humility? Actually, funny thing, just this afternoon I was watching an old clip of Superman, the Christopher Reeve's first movie, where his father, Jor-El, is saying, you know, don't punish yourself for a moment of vanity. It's a far too common thing, especially here on Krypton. So, while Flurry Heart may go through a slightly vain phase, that doesn't make her a terrible person. She's just got to learn from it. Because it's okay to realize, hey, I'm an Alicorn, I'm kind of the bee's knees around here. There we go. Pip's looking better, right? Yeah. Very Pippish. Pip, pip, hooray. But now, we got to get that there cutie mark. Yeah, I'm using my words good. Let's see here. Adam Leisman, silly G5 shipping thought. You ship Sunny Star Scout and Izzy Moonbow because it puts MLP into full circle. Ah, get it. G1 was animated by Sunbow, and the ship would be Sunbow. But what if the shipping name becomes Sizzy? Yeah, you're right. That's not enough. There's not enough Sunny in that. It's kind of a Go-Tank's trouble. But yes, that would be quite funny. But, you know, even as someone who enjoys a good romance story, but not a romance novel, no sir, I kind of hope that they don't try to pair everyone else off. Leave it to speculation. Goodness knows people in both, Digimon and My Little Pony, when their ships done sank, they done sank hard. Okay. And now, well, we need only cut this mark to make it. Did you make the cut? Yes, I did. Right now. But, you know, back to the original question of Alicorn character. I don't think an Alicorn says a lot about you until your character demonstrates it. And, well, I'm not sure. An Alicorn may be seen as a shortcut to characterization rather than an expression thereof. Oh no, I just realized something weird. Her cutie mark is only on one side. We've established that, like right around here. But in this early design, it's on both sides. Now, I also don't want to discourage people from trying the Alicorn path, as we have Lightning Bliss here, and I think she's made an excellent job of showing an Alicorn OC in action that's a lot of fun. Oh, you know what? I never, I'm going to start that poll real quick. Start a poll. Question. Using voice AI to emulate MLP characters for sound buttons. Yes or no? Oh, I love it. For a minute there, it was, no, yes, 50-50 split, but only for that one moment. Okay, this also looks pretty trippy. I don't know why Pipp's hair isn't a part of this. There we go. Much better. Ah, yes, we are making the progress. All of the progress. And we get to do it to some wicked rock music, which I appreciate. Sonny and Hitch or Hitch times Harem, asks Komodo Steel. Well, okay, I'm not really a big fan of harem animes because it seems like, well, the guy seems like a jerk in any of those situations because he won't make a commitment or a choice. Stop yanking up to 10 characters along and just make your choice, dude. And commit, because commitment is important. So no, not Hitch times a harem, but let's see here. It all depends. Initially, I shipped Hitch and Pipp because they both seemed the more reluctant members of the troupe. And given that they were both kind of biased in their views, I thought it would be fun for them to come to a realization together. There was also that line, did I just agree with the Pegasus? Then Hitch and Zip just become this really awesome duo. So there's that. Definitely don't want to cut that out. And then, of course, there's also Sonny and Hitch because, well, they're lifelong friends, not against the childhood friend approach. The only character I really don't ship Hitch with is Izzy because, well, she seemed a little too out there for his common sense approach. But hey, even that can change. Really, I think anyone who's good at taking care of Sparky will win extra special places in Hitch's heart. Now let's see here. I'm getting a little lost with Pipp's hair. There we are. Ooh. Ooh, such anger. Such grief. Let's move this down here so I can get a better view of it. Oh, I'm going to have to work on those fetlocks again. Let's see, we've got 28 votes in, but 25 votes in, but 28 are watching. So I'm thinking there are 3 folks who haven't cast their vote. You could be the deciding factor. And thank you, Swordbreaker. A save is in order. Okay. So let's move this hair out for a sec. And let's bring this ear to the forefront. Whoop. Let's ungroup this too. Ear to the forefront. Ear should look a little different because they've still got that whole, what would I call this? Sort of a tulip style ear shape? maybe a little too dark there. How about this? Ah, no. No, her ear is on fire. That's an infection. Saints preserve us. Much better. Wow, now somehow we have 29 votes while 28 are watching. Maybe YouTube is lying to me. Okay, so the majority has said yes, but it's not a huge majority. I appreciate that a lot of folks have concerns, so I will give it further thought. Let's take a look here. Just seeing what folks have said. Elizabeth Snowbell, the reverse harem, where it's one lady and a bunch of guys. You know, that's even worse sometimes. I mean, the manipulation on display can be pretty disgusting. I know everyone's a big fan of Coco. Well, okay, maybe not everyone, but a good solid chunk of folks. But do you remember the Book of Life? Dealt with slightly similar mythology, and the lady in there, who was meant to be a feminist proxy, she was manipulating guys just for her own entertainment. It was actually quite unlikable. So no. Now, in both cases, I'm like, you know what? Make a choice and have done. I don't really like love triangles. Mostly because someone always loses. I like the idea of love to be a celebration, a joyful event. Why are you vanishing? Oh, no wonder. It's a highlight. You know, it's funny that I have to sometimes suss out what I did the first time around. Yes, it's all very sus. Here we go. Whoop. All right. Lego Meister, I did watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm not sure how much more they can do with Sonic in the human world, but what they did was a lot of fun. And you know, now that they didn't have to do a huge redesign, it seemed like they could actually get it more of an homage to Sega. Although, if y'all want to talk about shipping and Sonic Sat AM, Princess Sally. I'm sorry, Amy Rose, but I like Sonic and Sally. OTP within the Sonic franchise. That's right, I can say OTP. I'm hip, I'm cool. Oh, is that how I darkened it? Bit tricky down here. Let's see. That's pretty good, I think. I always thought Rarity had the most complex main of the main 6. So now, of the Friendship Fellowship, I'm giving it to Pipp. Alright, we can get rid of those wings. Let's just grab these. And hopefully I have demonstrated her smallness. So small. Champ to stay. Thoughts on Woody Woodpecker? I only remember Woody a little bit from my childhood. I mean, he had a bit of a laugh, sounded kind of crazy, maybe a little murder-esque. But as I recall, there was nothing terribly offensive about him. He's just highly energetic. So not quite a... You know what? I can't remember any of Woody Woodpecker's other characters. So, you know, you can't remember Tom without Jerry. You can't think of Bugs Bunny without perhaps Daffy Duck or Elmer Fudd or, well, quite the list of antagonists. So, the question before us is, who's Woody's rivals? Who tried to take him down? I can't remember. And I don't know if they've rebooted recently. God knows they do everything else with my childhood. It's like, hey, you kids, get off my lawn and get your own nostalgia. This one's mine. Meh. Meh. I like that meh kind of tied in with the music fade. Catcher Shape, I have not seen the Woodpecker movies, so... Poachers, well, I can see that, but, I mean, usually his enemy, cartoon characters' enemies are more... silly, passionate. I'm not sure what the right descriptor is. But Poachers just sounds a little too modern-esque. Not danger-esque. Alrighty. Okay, that was significantly easier. Let's see if I can have the same success over here. Oh, wait, I just witnessed a flaw. Here we go. This should go here, this should go here. Well, let's get super zoomed in. To the pixel, we go for accuracy. To the pixel. Now you need to go behind the ear. You need to... Whoop, ah. There we go. There we go. Ah, my goodness. I realize, wow, we've been at this for a while, and Pipp is providing more of a challenge, but I shall not give up on vectorizing all the cast. But by gosh, I'm going to have exactly what I need to do so. My hope had been that I could have Keyframe back with us, but she's having a lot going on right now, and I don't want to intrude. So hopefully another time soon. Blissy and Voice and folks who I've known in real life, you're more than welcome. I'm sorry I didn't think to invite you sooner, but I also know you got your own stuff going on, and I do not mean to intrude on that. Let's see here. Edit colors, recolor, and let's darken it up. Okay. And save. Almost there. Almost there. Gotcha. Let's see here. Oh, Enderpup, you had to go. Good night. Well, have a wonderful rest. Take care. Uh-oh, and Brian Luna is now going to blame me for shipping Pipp with their OC Courtney. Well, blame me for romance. I will bear that badge with pride. Now let's see here. What did I think of the Mario movie, and do you think there is hope for a Spyro movie? Well, the Mario movie is a lot of fun, but I was not in a good place headspace-wise to watch it. So I might actually be a very poor critic. I need to watch it again, is what I'm saying. At the time, I watched it, I saw it just after BabsCon, right after learning that a very dear friend of mine was in the hospital for an injured shoulder. I had just seen her the day before. I have to remind myself that was 3 months ago, that, well, time has really, actually maybe more than 3 months. This has been a summer where a lot of people I care about have been dealing with health issues, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm calling it our summer of poor health. I don't use the word poor, not in private conversation. So when I saw the Mario movie, I was having fun. I was kind of charmed, but I wasn't in like the right mood or spirit for it. A lot of it relies on references and all that fun. I mean, Jack Black as Bowser, he did a fantastic job, especially singing the Peaches song. And it's even funnier when he performs it in a music video. So all the music, all the references, all the Easter eggs and treats were a lot of fun. It's a pretty straightforward story, I think. And I don't know if they'll really do the Save the Princess thing. I know that's the staple plot of a Mario game usually. But in the Mario movies, Peach is far more independent and semi-aggressive. I mean, it's not like she's on the warpath every 5 seconds. But she's definitely more of a take charge. The only thing I questioned afterwards, Bowser kept saying that they had intelligence or a spy in the Mushroom Kingdom, and they never revealed who. I thought it was the Chancellor who was saying, "Oh, we can't defeat Bowser, we must concede." But that never came up. He may yet be a traitor in the next movie. Who knows? There we go. And now, to capitalize on my earlier faux pas, I shall take the Pipp and a flipper. And I'm not talking about the super intelligent dolphin that some of you may not even remember. That's kind of scary. I'm old. Swordbreaker 12, the live-action movie does outshine the CG in sheer what-the-hellness, and maybe a little bit of the grody factor. If you like a little bit of gross-out humor, having an emotional reunion with a pile of moss is something else. Huh. Oh, and Big Barda. I mean, my God. Though, if you're talking about interesting romance, but mostly the live action is, I think, more meme material than anything else. People can sort of exhale now that that's no longer the soul-defining Mario movie. Of course, you could always watch Honest Trailer's version of it, and I'm sure they could point out a few more things. Now, Spyro the Dragon movie. Quite possible, but I think first you'd need to prove the success of, say, a Metroid and Zelda movie. Because those have been around longer than Spyro. They have unfortunately, the innate fan service appeal. Because let's face it, Hollywood is really banking on nostalgia these days. So I think first you'd need to see if we could get a Metroid and a Zelda game out. And then things like Spyro or maybe Skylanders would be on the table. Or then, for all I know, I'm talking nonsense and there'll be other options. I'm not an executive. And I'm okay with that. Let's see. I'm going to just give her hair a little bit of a boost. I mean, I know it's actually a mane, but, you know, it's easier to say hair sometimes. Maybe just a little bit of a blur on this. Blur, Gaussian blur. Ah! Gaussian blur. Yes, thank you. That's better. And we'll move her a little closer. And now I just need that cutie mark. Okay. And I think, well, let's just for good measure. We'll just slide that over here. There we go. Just let everyone know it's there, but not forgotten. Now, I need to move all these down a skosh because they're on par with that. Ah! What trickery is this? Come here, you. There you go. There we are. Let's try that again. All these down here. And then I should have just copied them because these are with Pipp with full wings extended. Let's see here. Edit colors. Let's darken this up. Okay. So you two, come on. Come on. You can select them both, computer. I believe in you. Thank you. Huh, it's kind of funny. No matter what the angle, Pipp's cutie mark is easily concealed. Ah, well. Yes, yes, add a new harmony. Yes, yes. Okay. And last but certainly not least, maybe a little bit more forward. There we go. Oh, not that far forward. And there we have it. Two versions of Pipp. I'll keep this off to the side just in case. Oh, mercy me, that took a while. Oh, Swordbreaker, have a good dinner and enjoy. Let's see here, just checking what I missed. Okay, Brian Luna, you remember Flipper. I appreciate that. Oh, and Swordbreaker remembered. Excuse me, princess. Brian Luna, close the gaps in Megan's characterization. See, I mostly remember her as... Well, she started out as the every girl hero, refusing the call, but eventually rising to it. But then she became more maternal once her siblings were introduced. Now, before we move on, I just want to see if I open recent. Nope. Here, I just want to bring one thing up. Pardon me one sec. Since we've been talking about OCs a few times, this is what I worked on based on everyone's feedback last time. Let's do presentation mode. So, this is Prince Party Crasher. And originally he started off as gray, just like Sombra, but looking online I found that champagne and burnt sienna are two very festive colors. So I thought it would make a lot of sense for him to be, well, to have his coat a more festive color to contrast his Dark Overlord attempts. And green eyes instead of red eyes as a direct opposite to Sombra. So, thanks to everyone's feedback and ideas, I made me an OC and it was a lot of fun. I just enjoyed getting to create that. And Little Heart, it's good to know that you had a good time, but have a good night, and I'll catch you again. Alrighty, so that was fun. But truth be told, I don't quite feel like doing another Pegasus right off the bat. Let me dig through some Sunny Star Scout imagery and bring that on in. There we go. Wrong layer. Now this one I'm going to put a little bit of Tell Your Tale in because, well, sometimes they do a better job of pointing out the big colors. One thing that I'm a little surprised by, the shape of the eyes. I don't think I'm crazy that they're almost the identical shape, are they? I'm not sure how I feel about that. I found the eyes were one of the most distinct things in G4. But now even in this Tell Your Tale shot, aside from Izzy, 3 of the 5 characters all have the same eye shape. Alrighty. So now we've got at least some references for our Sunny Star Scout. Potential Alicorn form notwithstanding. Let's see here. Who are we talking about, Adam Leisman? Replying to Brian Luna. Raul Julia. So celebrating Raul Julia. Yep. Some people would lament that he passed away with his last performance being M. Bison in the Street Fighter movie, but you know what? I think he had fun doing it. And I'll never fault someone for having fun. All right, Applejack, you're going in on this one. Nope. I will turn you into a Star Scout by first stripping away pretty much everything that makes you, you. Oh dear. That sounds way more dark than I intended. But just to prove a point, let's borrow Pipp's eyes. Why am I selecting this when I mean to... Does something overextend? I should not be grabbing this. There we go. Okay, so just to prove a point, these eyes are, while the color is different, the shape is actually the same. How odd. Well, let's fix this one thing at a time. Sorry, Applejack's eyes, but you don't have it this time. Now, let's see here. I think if I change, like, the thickness of the eyelashes... Let's get rid of one eye. I can just flip it. And then... Oh, no. There we go. Her eye color will go from this to this. I think I need to flip that. Nope. There we are. So a little darker here. And a little lighter here. Wunderbar. Okay, so that seems fitting for Sunny. Look on the sunny side. Cyclops spawning. Oh, what? We had that in G4. Dandelion. What do I think of the no, excuse me. What do I think of the new main colors? Well, I like them. I like the extra rainbow. Oh wait, sorry, you're saying Misty, not Sunny. Sorry, my brain's focused on what's right in front of me. I like the new colors. It took a minute. They contrast with her dark, cooler coat, but they show and demonstrate sort of the joy that's coming back into her life, which I thoroughly appreciate. You can't tell me anyone wants to see a sad Misty. It's more like, I'm crying because you're not crying. Now, let's see here. So I like the new brighter colors. Although, given that they're a dye, I wonder if if she ever gets wet, will they remember to wash them out? Now, let's see here. Let's see. And maybe not quite so wide. And let's see here. So, colors affect the mood, and the fact that Misty has a more joyful mane and tail really drives home her improved state of mind. But I also appreciate that they're continuing her characterization, not just simply saying, okay, she's done because now she's happy. Okay? Okay. Let's break this down even further. I don't think that's working quite the way I want it. No, it is not. Here, I want you. Now. You and you go down. And from you, I shall create the rainbow mane. Whereas over here will be just regular. Okay, so for this one, oops. And with that selected, we will go a 1, a 2, and a 3. Let's see here. Just see. Let's see. All right, Grimwolf. What was my general impression of Chapter 5 of MLP? A slow burn, as they were taking time to really give Misty some extra fleshing out. And I think that pays off, but with the other characters, suddenly you're like, oh, right, they're here too. Not a lot in the larger conflict with Opaline, even though there is stuff coming and consequences to Chapter 5. In fact, there's one element, I don't want to give it away, just in case, but there's one element in the very last episode of Chapter 5 that I'm curious to see how they'll handle, probably in The Secret of Starlight, which I think comes out in November. Thankfully, we won't have to wait months upon months for the next entry. Let's see if we can merge these two. There we go. And I'm going to go with 3 bangs for her hair, mane, what have you. What have you? Now we draw within to get those other colors going. Now, let's see here. Ah, yes, her mane does have a brighter stripe to it. So let's put that right in... Yeah. Let's see, I need more... Yeah, that should be good. Maybe a little bit more on this side. Yes. Excuse me. Now for the bangs. Where did the bangs go? Come back, bangs. I accidentally attached to her ear. Okay. And we just extend this out. We go like this. With a wicked guitar solo. Doo-doo. There we go. Delete. Now this is always a little tricky. Actually, not so tricky that time. That's nice. And next but not least, a little hairbang. Drooping down. Actually, it's more... Comes off, loops, goes up. Ba-boom, ba-boom. There we go. So, what am I missing in the chat? Pokemon Fire Eevee, is Sunny a Mimikyu? I don't think so. It's not that terrifying. I know, the only thing I know about the Mimikyu of the newer Pokemon is that apparently it's so horrifying under its disguise that anyone who sees it dies. So I gotta give credit to Jesse and James that they had the chutzpah to bring a Mimikyu on their crew. Of course, Pokemon in the game are far more violent and disturbing. Oh yes, the eyebrows. Mustn't forget the eyebrows. Pipp, I'm stealing your eyebrows. Or I would, if the blessed thing would let me. Lego Master 14, I'm partial to the Izzy voice from the movie. I mean, believe me, the folks on the show are doing nothing wrong, but in addition to celebrity voice actors, it was the first version of them I encountered, so it's still sort of the default I expect. Oh, right, I couldn't taper. There we go. So, not a problem. So yeah, mostly I still go for the movie. And maybe there's just a little less Pinkie Pie influence in the movie. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Epony is energetic and happy as Izzy. You can't help but see some Pinkie Pie influence in there. But I'm more partial to a slightly more nuanced ta-da! All right, but we're coming along. Although we're also coming up on the top of the hour. I don't mind saying that trying to get Pipp fully realized has been a very tiring experience, so don't think I'll go too much later on this one, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up. No, sir. Let's see here. She is... There we are. Quick zoom in on... Gonna put you behind this one and darken you up a little. And then the rainbows. I will need to duplicate in order to cover these. It's funny how much this screenshot makes it look like it's red, blue, and yellow. Whereas over here, it's brighter. Ah, well. And last but not least, a little blue. Double-dee, double-die. There we go. And we're going to take this. Whoop. I said this. Group it up. And we'll just do a little shape manipulation to see if I can make it work elsewhere. Let's see. What are folks saying? Kaiju King Gamezilla, I'm afraid that I don't have any thoughts on Pokemon Loki X. You see, I'm so out of touch with Pokemon, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Alright, so I'm way too out of touch with Pokemon to know. I mean, there's now over 1,000 Pokemon when I'm used to 150. Back in my day, we had 151, and the 151 was either Mew or Togepi. And no, we didn't want either. Whoop, woo. You know, I just realized Sunny's new rainbow only applies to her mane and not her tail. I wonder why. There we go. There we go. So now you're starting to look like Sunny. Oh, wait. Gosh, I gave the wrong color to her eyebrows. Huh, that's weird. Let's see, they're more like her stroke colors, I guess. And let's see here, layers will do me a service. There you are, and there you are. Oh, dang it. There you are now. What do y'all think? Is that looking more Sunny-esque? Alrighty. Have a good night, champ to stay. I'm about to call it good myself, but first, a question from Grimwolf. Considering that Earth ponies represent Earth, Pegasi represent air, and unicorns, for some reason, represent water, how many eloquence do you need to change a light bulb? Two to get kidnapped, but one of them calls on the main six to come fix the problem. There you go. So, a little bit more work, Sunny will be sunnier. And I have ideas to avoid the same problems I had with Pipp, who I believe... It's kind of hard to see the whites of her fetlocks. They're more subdued. But I also think uniform. Alrighty. But good times all around, and thank you all for sticking with me. We've got a full set of Pipp pedals to use in the future. Soon I'll have a full Sunny Star Scout set, and we'll just keep going from there. But in the meantime, I wish you all just a wonderful evening, and to enjoy the weekend, enjoy time with friends, with family, or enjoy time on your own. We all need a little bit of each. So until next time, be safe and be well.